Alright, hello everybody and welcome on back. Possibly one of the last ones tonight. Um, as I find myself in a predicament because I was mining magma cubes, but it's so dark in here that I can't tell where the stairs went that I was coming from. Oh, that's okay. Actually, let's put that there. It's just kind of hard to see and then, oh, there we go. So, and it's actually a lot faster to mine out. But anyways, what I was going to say is, might as well include a list of all of my theories in case I try to send like this playlist. I was like, hey, check this out and see what you think. Like, I don't know, to say like the Pope, movie stars, or Arabic royalty, or I don't know. Anyone, or even like my own Congress people, like, or congressmen. Because remember, if we call he men and women, then congressmen, policemen, and businessmen all mean man or woman, or he man or woman. See? Easy as that. Bada bing. Also, I just realized this is going to be a major pain. That's why I was moved it back as much as I did. Get out of here. So we still have some water to deal with, but that's okay. So we'll just have to basically like block it all off. Maybe I could fill it with sand. That's actually not a bad idea. I might as well continue to build the staircase. Oops. So I can kind of like figure out where I need to go. I don't know. At least now I have a pretty big. I just gotta go straight up. So before I was actually kind of in like a bit of a panic because I couldn't see where I was to get out. So all right. But anyways, let's go over some of the concepts. So recently I was certified as a white hat cybersecurity professional, and what that means is I have a basic understanding of most attacks and methods to get into a system, a computer system, a security system, mostly a computer system or a server. Um, but really it applies to just about anything, Internet of Things, like anything with an operating system or a computer in it, to a point. A lot of that stuff only has limited control and limited code, so there's only limited potential as to what can even happen. All right, let's see. Hmm. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be rough. I guess it'd have to be that. Oops. Although I suppose it could be walled off too. I don't know. Already I see iron in there. But anyway, so part of that is, and I want to pursue a master's in cybersecurity. I want to continue my cybersecurity education to just see like what else I can protect against and what else, like just how much better I can get. And that includes like specific certifications, all that good stuff, like in all in good time. Because I do IT, but so my main focus is in cybersecurity, but I would like to just continue learning, as everyone should. Ugh, gotta be careful. That could be fatal. um, Anyways, yeah, let's go get some more sand. Although I say that, yeah, let's get a stack of sand, and I can probably block off the walls, and I think I'd rather do that and then keep the sand for glass making. But yeah, so there's a few concepts that I've been working with as trying to develop cybersecurity principles and tactics of a preventative nature. So, and already a lot of the stuff like this isn't uniquely all my idea, but it's kind of built off of. Well, let's back up a little bit. So, there's a statue on CSU's campus, Colorado State University, that says something to the tune of, I saw as far as I did because I stood on the shoulders of giants. So just know that all of my work is a continuation of all the other work and people and yada yada yada. So, okay, that said, these are some of the ways that I've been trying to describe certain aspects of cybersecurity, specifically the preventative protection or protecting against. and it's a lot more psychological and behavioral in nature. And what I mean by that is it addresses why do people try to hack systems? Why do people try to gain entry to where they're not supposed to be? Like, why are they trying to do these things? So, um, and how do you fix it? How do you stop it? And most of it, actually, I'd want to say like 90% of all malicious activity is trying to steal money. Like that's it. People see a way to get into your systems, get access to your bank account or your information or what have you, and then they start stealing your money. Like it's simple as that, pickpocketing. Now, people don't like doing it. Like people don't wake up and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go steal from people," unless they're like feeling righteous about it. It's often a more kind of degrading thing. I mean, it's like if you can make an honest living, or like even gaming or showing off like hacking skills, like much better. But I don't know, and people are coming and going because it is a pretty volatile. I mean, it is a black market, but being a hacker does pay at certain times. Although it used to. Now almost everybody has offsite backups, so ransomware isn't nearly as bad as dangerous as it used to be. It's still bad. You still gotta watch out for it. Oh no, you going for a midnight sale? Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and let you out. And actually, right there, I have a way to fix this too. All right. Let's get. Let's see the item frame. We're gonna need some cows. Actually, now that I think about it, unless we get some llamas. But so we'll go to the harbor. Here we go. Now we have a boat. And so if we need it, we can pop it off the wall, but that way villagers and animals don't get stuck in there. So, and also I feel like we should put like a bed up here maybe, or a second floor. This is starting to turn into like an apartment type place. Let's see, I know we brought some wool. Oh yeah, we haven't even started talking about the computer science concepts. My bad. So, the relevancy and irrelevancy of labels. It's a big concept of racism and identification. So, specifically with law enforcement, they've had to use some pretty racist things to identify people. Dave Chappelle makes a lot of jokes about it. There's a Family Guy where as soon as Peter finds out he's got black heritage, like one of his ancestors is like completely sorry, it's sounding super racist, but um, well, I mean, yeah, that's the point of it. It's making fun of the racism and pointing it out and bringing attention to it on how that's how things used to be, and how older generations. Like, I don't think a lot of them are still around to this day. Like, I feel like that's kind of like a, or at least if they are, it's more of a. Ooh, does that mean yes? Sorry, yes, I'm taking your llamas, but let's see what you have. Sounds psychotic. All right. No coral. We've got some pink dye, some flowers. Let's heal up. Oh wait. Let's actually take one of those. So those are super expensive. And really, I think I'm good on the flowers, and we can actually get. I don't know if we can get pink dye from the cherry sapling. I don't know. Cherry wood seems pretty cool. It is pink, but I have the other sapling, so at least now I have this too. So if I do decide to build an orchard of sorts, so. Oh yeah, so anyways, the relevancy and irrelevancy of labels. Sorry, I get way distracted. But the idea is, how to explain it. So whenever you're trying to judge something or identify something, you need to ask yourself, how relevant is this? I mean, how important is it that, well, one, I be politically correct or say the right thing, and then two, is it accurate enough? Like, or is it, and if it's not accurate, or if there could be explained in a better way, I mean, it might take a little time, but I don't know. And as long as people have a little more patience and understanding that people are not trying to be offensive, not trying to be angry or mean or pointed, most of the time. Maybe sometimes they are. I don't know. Maybe. But as long as we give everybody the benefit of the doubt, give a little pause, be like, wait a minute, what are they? And so, yeah. So, anyways. Um, and then also, I've heard it called a straw man argument, which kind of makes more sense. Like, remember, straw man, human, like, it's actually a scarecrow. I think. But anyways, it's where you like draw straws and there's only so many choices available, and they're blind to any possibilities past those choices. So you're kind of like pigeonholed into a few options, um, or even more of like I was kind of thinking of it as like binary bias. Like it either is or it isn't. It's either black or white. And binary in itself is either like one of two choices or of number set of base sub 2. Now, the normal decimal system that we're used to, decimal 10, or for, yeah, is base 10, so it's 0 through 9 are the digits. And then, especially if you're getting into computer science, you're going to need to know about hexadecimal, um, which is 16 possible digits, and it's 0 through 9, A through F. Yeah, I think that's right. Um, and then there's octal, but which is 8, but that's not used nearly as much. Um, yeah, and anyways, in fact, a fun computer program to write is how to convert from base 10 to base 2 to base 16. It's quite the process. Like, I don't know, because base 2, it's all zeros and ones, which is what computers talk in. And then, but when I'm talking about it from like a behavioral and a psychological standpoint, it's someone making it an either or situation. Like it has to be one of these two. And Strawman kind of builds on that to where it's like it has to be one of these n number of choices, but no more, nothing else. Like there is no other. And thankfully, a lot of people are moving past that. A lot of people are like, especially when negotiating, it's no more like, and this is really good in parenting too. So for any parents or prospective parents out there, keep in mind that when you're talking to your kids, you don't always have to present it as an either or situation, like either my way or the highway or, very situation critical, stuff like that. And it's easier said than done, especially if anyone in the situation is hungry. That sounds silly, and that's why parents carry snacks. Like, I've got boxes of granola bars everywhere I go, and like, used to be fruit snacks, but, then it's, I don't know. But, because if you're hungry, in fact, I showed my son this the other day. Snickers commercials. Those are very true. Like, it's where, hungry, eat a Snickers, or you're not you when you're hungry. And it has like, I think Robin Williams was in one of them, and like, just being a total card or total comedian, or playing like Betty White. And it's like, why you been writing me all day? And they're like, here, have a Snickers. Why? Because you play like Betty White when you're hungry. So then he eats some and he's like better, and then it goes back and it's like an actual like a different person. And they're like, yeah, better. So, and that's so true. And if we're gonna fix the problems of the world, we got to address hunger and food security. Now, if we had those indoor grow operations to grow vegetables and produce and have them on a staggered scale, whoops, then wait, let's go ahead and heal up the shovel. Then we could conceivably get to a point where um, we could have cheap or free food. Now, granted, that's not going to be specialty food, and that's okay. Because, I mean, we don't have to have luxury all the time. If we have to, we could live sparingly to survive. And especially, like, in war zone areas. I mean, with the very unfortunate events that are going on today, yeah, like food, shelter, all this, we're going to need to, like, building materials and affordable stuff. Like, we're going to need to rebuild over there. I mean, whoever occupies it, and not saying I support one or the other, and if someone's displaced, we need to build them the equal or even better somewhere else. Like, if we're gonna, I don't know, it sounds so messed up, but the U.S. history is not much better. I mean, we did the Louisiana Purchase where we bought like most of America from like native tribes and stuff. We made a bunch of deals where, and whew, we were pretty underhanded about things, and this is still kind of like that. But again, once we get to the very far off in the future, well, not very, but I mean, where all of these ideas are kind of coming together, then we won't need to worry about territorial lines as much. It'll be more like states, like we have states here in the US, because each one of the states kind of governs itself, but kind of doesn't. Like there's still the federal government that oversees all of it, but which is scary because technically cannabis is still illegal federally, which is ridiculous. Like, but I mean, there's still some states that it's going to take some time to warm up to the idea. I know we were talking about cybersecurity concepts and we're talking into the cannabis legalization, but it's part of it. It really is. So, anyways, back to the concept. So, pigeonholing. Now, that's kind of tied back into racism and the straw man argument, and like it's all kind of related. It's all kind of similar. It's where you're pigeonholing, or like there's only enough room for X amount of pigeons. There's only X amount of pigeonholes. That's basically where the term comes from. And so, like someone who has a lot of pigeons, I know in New York there's like bird house keepers or something on roofs of buildings or something. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that in things like Hey Arnold and well, a lot of New Yorky type movies, but in shows. Anyways, my point being is there's only one spot for one pigeon. Or in computer science, when you're dealing with like the probability of a person's birthday being in a certain month, or so you've got a 1 in 12 chance. You don't need to allocate like 5,000 boxes for variables when you only need 12 months. So, and it also kind of goes into pre-allocating, which you have to do in C programming. I think a little bit in C++ too. I think you're given the ability to pre-allocate like in blocks or I mean, it's a better term, a different term, I think. It's been a while since I've done any programming other than Python and Java. And that's putting it generously. I haven't really done a lot with either of those, um, so yeah, we got way off topic there. Oh, let's go and cook up some iron. Oops, gotta unclog the glass. I didn't even finish down here. That's right, because I didn't have the wood. So, I don't know. Computer science is just fascinating. It's just like one giant puzzle solving, like one giant game. Same with well, yeah, computer science is like one never-ending video game. There's always more to learn. I'm still like, I want to focus on digital forensics next, but just more cybersecurity, like how to read things. But that red key USB like wipes it clean. Not only to DoD standards, it surpasses DoD standards, and it actually wipes to the current NIST standards. So yeah, it's pretty good, which I mean, still doesn't mean that like you can go out there and commit crimes. Like, and the majority of crimes that people are hunting for are like serious, like murder or sexual assault. So, especially with minors when they're involved, and as it should be too. Ashton Kutcher is a big proponent for Thorn, which catches child predators and processes them, which uh, in fact, my professor for cybersecurity, that's one of the biggest things he did, is he helped in federal cases against, or just big time, or I guess that'd be criminal case. I don't know. He helped in cases against people with, I think it's like CS or abuse materials or whatever, but kid stuff. So yeah. Anyways, we're living in a more secure world day by day, and that's kind of like a catch-22. Like, yeah, let's get everybody a computer and stuff, but let's also educate everybody and let them know, hey, we can see everything you're doing. Not because we're spying on you directly, but it's not that hard to see the traffic over a network and just be like, oh, well, this one's talking to this one. Oh, wait, that file's something that's, because robots can scan files and not have to worry, like, oh, but then it's encrypted and this and blah, 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 blah. But still, like, if they're investigating kidnapped kids or whatever. Yeah, that. So Ashton Kutcher, you're awesome. I'm horribly butchering his name, but that dude, the hippie dude from that '70s show, hilarious guy, and a lot of other things too. He's a pretty good comedian. Pretty good. I'm kidding. He gets a little annoying in that '70s show, but he's supposed to. Like he's supposed to be like an airhead. But and it's funny because they're all supposed to be stoners, but at the same time, like some of the most profound logic, has been had there. And you think about The Simpsons, the creators of that, Family Guy, Futurama, like, all of them have a collected probably. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Colorado, South Park. You bet those kids have dabbled with Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Sorry, not kids by any mean. They're like probably older than me, or as old. Maybe we're around the same age, but I'm still waiting on my invitation to Casa Bonita. They're probably like, only if we have SWAT on standby. I'm just kidding. I'm not like the Joker or anything. Uh, so how about them Nuggets? How about them Broncos? Uh, That'd be cool to play the Joker in something. Be like a voice actor. I can't believe Mark Hamill is the old school Joker that I used to watch growing up. I mean, I believe it, like, once I kind of think about it, yeah, that is his voice, but, you know, going from Luke Skywalker to playing, like, you know, an evil clown, like, yeah. And I'm not a fan of clowns. I hate clowns, but I like the Joker, so it's funny that way. Also, I don't think that was right. Not ripe at all. Let's see, so I have some iron cooking, so I can make a grinder. Oh yeah, any other, let's see, mutually assured construction. There we go. That's another big concept that I've been working with. And the idea is trusting, and it's not unique by any means. Like this, we've been kind of coming to this conclusion that even so, we have mutually assured destruction, which is why nuclear war is pretty much right out of the question, mostly. But mutually assured construction, trusting each other to be humans and to take knowledge and share it and build with it and create better lives for all citizens. Like we're really getting close to that point. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. I mean, Starlink's already providing pretty affordable internet worldwide. And then once Amazon starts doing it too, like we're gonna have a competition and like a price war. I don't know. It's already remarkable. And then we need to get machines in the hands of all the other people. So, and that's easier said than done, but most of the areas of the world, as long as they have big companies that have old laptops lying around, and almost every IT department does. I mean, either they do, or if they work with like aerospace government or government data or something like that, then maybe they have to dispose of them a certain way. But for the most part, almost everywhere has an old laptop that they don't use anymore and that they could give to a family. Now, they're not great, and they still have to be recycled eventually, so all of these things need to be factored into the equation of, like, what are we doing with this? Oh, whoops. There, now I can touch it, and then we just replant it again. uh, yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes I've had orchards where they start blocking together because they just keep regrowing. Anyways, so mutually assured construction. We empower everybody around the world, regardless of anything. Doesn't matter. Are you a human? All right, here's a computer and here's the internet. I mean, you need to pay X amount of dollars, but if you can't afford it, then, you know, or whatever. Or we need X amount of labor or money value produced from you, which could be generating power. And it's creepy because there's a Black Mirror episode where they do that. They have people riding bikes to generate power. But let's get some sand. Let's actually leave a bunch of this stuff and go get sand. But anyways, and I need another. We need to make some chests. But anyways, I digress. My point is the more connected we make the world, the easier it is to bring peace. I mean, peace and understanding and prosperity to everybody. It doesn't matter. I mean, especially like Russia, China, Japan, America, England, all the. I mean, just start naming every country in the book. Like, do they have what they need? No. Or and then let's fix it. So, oh, gotta be careful not to do too much because like right there, pressure plate wouldn't be as bad. Here's the expensive one. 6 for just 2 of those. If you do a stack, you do 32 times 6. What is that? 180, 192. Anyways, was I doing more chests? Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Just those concepts. I mean, as far as I can think right now, it's just mutually assured construction, relevancy and irrelevancy of labels. I mean, is the label that you are applying to something accurate or even necessary? Or is it even important? Or is there a better way to describe something? Um, and now, and that's really hard with the whole pronouns thing and everything. Like, that's still relatively new for a lot of people. Um, I don't know. I find it very useful when I'm helping people that I don't know who they are, because a lot of times at a help desk position, and I've had a few help desk positions where that's just the nature of it. You don't know based on the name. It could be a guy, a gal, or someone in between, and you don't want to offend them, so you just say neutral pronouns. And some people say it's awkward because it's plural, like y'all. But people with a Texas accent that speak like that have been saying y'all forever, and that never really bothered. It bothered me more that they were Texan. Like, sorry, not that they were using a plural for one person. And that's just because of working at a ski resort. You only get the most privileged of Texans showing there. So like the average Texan, like my income level and stuff, for the most part I didn't see in them. And if I did, they were probably stressing really hard and not on their best behavior at the ski resort because we just had a lot of loud, like, I don't know. And it's easy to feel jealous too. It's not even all on them. Like when you're working at a resort and then like you see people out having fun and laughing and haha and you're just like grinding away like you're working. So I mean it's like you have to be there. So I don't know. It's all, yeah. Sorry, I way digress, but it's just important to think about. And also, people will people. I say that a lot, and that's just like there is no such thing as the boogeyman. There are no creatures, aliens, X-Files. Like, as much as that show is entertaining, it was fiction, and intentionally so. Like, I mean, if anything actually happened like that in real life, it would be pretty. Well, actually, I don't know. We have a lot of stuff. Some of that stuff was like, someone can start fires with. I don't know. It's like I thought it was all aliens, but then some of it was actually just like supernatural type stuff. And we've got entire shows like Supernatural and what is that, Stranger Things, and just all of these hypothetical what ifs. I don't know. It's still hypothetical. I mean, as soon as it's real, like which we're coming close with UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, formerly known as UFOs. We had a 60 minutes episode where they couldn't honestly say what this tic tac like spacecraft looking thing was, or it could have been a glitch in the matrix. Like it could have been just like some kind of object, literally an object that was going over there, and I don't know, like, or a group hallucination because that specific tic tac example, I'm pretty sure, was seen by multiple pilots, like not just one. Because if it's one, you gotta wonder. I mean, there's a number of things that can go wrong in your brain that could make you think, or even your eyes too. Your eyes could deceive you. They could see all sorts of crazy stuff, and like, it's hard to say. But to have multiple people like agree, concur, like, yeah, there was something there. And it's like, well, what was that something? And we have multiple reports of that. But this one was confirmed, and it was a tic tac. It was in the middle of the day. It was in daylight, and it was over water, like over an ocean or sea. And it was like I think U.S. fighter pilots, so out for like a drill, and then they saw this bogey. I don't know if it was on the radars or not. Oh, anyways, that's 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna take another break, or maybe do some of the stuff off camera, build up. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. We've got Oasis East, and eventually we're gonna make it up to the other map, which is just directly north of us, that way, that way. So yeah, I mean, I still gotta get this farm up and going. We've got plenty of villagers to trade with. We got iron going. Oh, that's what I wasn't even done with that. Making the. Actually, yeah, we got a couple minutes. Let's do that real quick. So it's making the bone meal composter, the bone meal generator mechanism. And what it requires is, let's see, iron. I think I. Oh, there we go. Um, that, and then one of those. Ah, dang it. And then, wait, I lost my train of thought. What are we doing? Chests. Alright, and, okay, so now, hmm, it's so annoying to drift. I mean, it's annoying, but like, remembering back in the days of like a regular Nintendo and the fact that I have this, no, I'm not. I'm good. Like, I might whine about it, but at the end of the day, I'm more than okay with it. Okay, and then composter. Then technically, this is all you need. Wait, I can't place it on there. No. All right, I know a way around this. So we can do this block. There we go. Okay. Seriously, I mean, we will be done soon. Sorry, not seriously. This, I swear. I swear. Okay. Oh well. And that, and there we go. So now I can place produce in here like so, and then that will convert it to bone meal, and I have, a good 5 slots. So I could do 5 stacks of stuff. So I will need to make a chest and make it bigger, and there's even a farmer working on it. So, and now it'll slowly fill up. So anyways, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one.